Good morning, guys. It is 5:30 in the morning here in Northwest Arkansas. Got my bike ready. We're about to pull out and roll out on the road. Looking forward to seeing you guys at Sturgis. Just hope to see you guys there. First stop of my trip. This is first gas stop. Left the house, didn't check the gas, and just kind of took off. Made 111 miles before I had to stop. I believe I'm in Lamar, Missouri. Gonna head over to Outlaw Harley Davidson. That's my next stop. Gonna pick me up a poker chip and then continue this trip up. So far for gas, not counting what was already in the tank, obviously, but my first stop for gas was $18.94. I packed my breakfast. I had some PB&J sandwiches from home, and then I spent $2 on a bottle of water here at the gas station because the water I packed this morning, I froze it overnight, and I was hoping that it would be thawed out by the time I made my first stop, but unfortunately in the cooler it was not thawed out, so I had to buy a $2 bottle of water. So that brings my total for this trip so far $21. Y'all keep following along. I'll see y'all in Kansas City. Well, TikTok, I've made it to Outlaw Harley Davidson here on the south side of Kansas City. It's a really nice dealership, kind of small, but they have a large selection of used bikes, and they have this really cool statue out here. I gotta take a check at this right here. This right there is pretty cool. I like that a lot. Just something interesting, something cool to see, and then you can take photos with it. They got a little deal out here. But they got a really nice selection of used bikes. This is just one side of the building. The other side of the building has a whole lot more. Very nice selection here at Outlaw Harley Davidson here in Kansas City. My next stop's probably going to be Dillon Brothers. It's on the other side of Kansas City. And then I'll continue on up to my first campground. It's been kind of rainy. Just about 35 miles ago, I got caught in some heavy rain. Like, it come down like nightmare. And then put all my rain gear on, and I wasn't on 5 minutes, and it cleared up. And it's just been cloudy skies since. But I'll see you guys next time. Second dealership stop on day one of the Sturgis trip. I'm here at St. Joe Harley Davidson. They're in St. Joe, Missouri. Very nice dealership. It's kind of small, has a good service department. Does have some cool bikes in there. They got a couple classic bikes from way back. Looked like a World War II with a sidecar. It was restored really nicely. And there's a really cool mural in the back there. I stopped in, got myself a poker chip, and about to head on out to the next dealership. I believe the next one's in Nebraska. So I'm only rolling on down the road. You guys, thanks for following. I'll see you guys at the next dealership when we get on down the road. Like I said, this is a pretty neat dealership. It's kind of small though, but it's definitely worth stopping and get your poker chip. What's up, guys? Just following along. I appreciate you guys following. This is stop 3 on day 1, Sturgis or Bust. I am Pacific Junction, Iowa at Los Hills Harley Davidson. Very nice place. It's very friendly. Staff is great. Inside is clean. Looks like a pretty new facility. It's got a riding course and a really nice service department. Inside's really great. But as you can see, there ain't nothing up here but corn. Even beside the dealership's big old field of corn. I've been riding, looking at cornfields for miles. Kind of getting bored of it. I'm ready to get to the Black Hills and see the scenery and stuff and start riding through the Black Hills. I'm looking forward to that. Y'all keep following along, and I'll keep rolling. I think I've got 2 more stops before I make it to my campground, so just follow along, guys. Well, this is day 1, stop 4 of Sturgis or Bust 2023. Stopped here at Defiance Harley Davidson in Omaha, Nebraska. It's a very nice dealership. They have a very large selection of new bikes, but not so many used ones. Staff here is amazingly friendly and great. So if you're up this way, you should stop in and check them out. I went in and got my poker chips, but it's a really nice dealership. Knowledgeable staff, friendly staff, and everybody it was a great time. You should go in there. I spent probably 35, 45 minutes in there, and I shouldn't have. But the conversations were great, so you should check it out and come on up here. Like I said, the staff is very friendly. I've got one more stop. I think I'm stopping at Dillon Brothers, not far from here, maybe 30 minutes from here, and then I'll be on to my campground. I'll keep the tires down, paint side up. See y'all later. This is pretty much my last stop for today on day one. My next stop is the campground where I'm going to set up at Wilson Island Recreational Park for the night. Then I'll probably step back out to get something to eat. I didn't pack a dinner, and the stuff I packed for food is not dinner worthy. But y'all got to check out Dillon Brothers. This is not just a Harley dealership. They sell everything. They have all kinds of new bikes, Hondas, Kawasaki's, and everything in between. They have a huge selection of used bikes, and it's a massive dealership. It takes up 2 buildings. And another cool thing about this dealership here is it's actually got a bar inside where you can get a drink. You can get you a cold beer or some whiskey, and it's got a little place out here to set up where you can come out and have a drink. So check out Dillon Brothers. That's a pretty nice dealership. It's actually the biggest dealership I've been to today, and it's probably, with the two together, it's probably the biggest dealership I've ever been to. See you guys at the next stop. What's up, TikTok? We're closing day one of Sturgis or Bust. I've set up camp at the Wilson Island State Park. Yeah, I believe I'm in Nebraska, but it's hard to say. As I was coming into the park, I went from Nebraska to Iowa, back to Nebraska, back to Iowa, and I think I've actually ended up in Nebraska at the campground. But it's beautiful here on the Missouri River. It's a pretty nice place. It's real quiet. The bath shower houses are kind of dirty. Not very clean, but everything else about the park is pretty nice. It's very secluded, very quiet. I got the cheap tent site with no power, no water, but it does have the shower house and the bathroom literally 60 yards from me, so that's a good location. Some things I learned today. My budget for fuel is probably going to be just a little bit off. There was one place I paid $4.59 a gallon, which is way over what I thought the national average was when I looked it up, but I'm not disappointed in that. All reality, I'm still on point for a pretty reasonable in gas. I did 486 miles today, and I put 1894 and 1815. So I'm still under $40 for fuel and 480 miles, and I'll probably have to get fuel in the morning before I leave. I was getting kind of low, so probably first stop in the morning, I'll get breakfast and get some fuel. As far as my budget, I'm staying on budget. So to keep costs down, for breakfast was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches from the house, and then lunch was peanut butter and jelly sandwiches from the house that I packed in my cooler. One thing that I did learn, either this Harley-Davidson cooler is way better than I thought it would be, or freezing all my water and putting it in the cooler, probably should have done that. My water bottles are still pretty solid. I mean, this sucker's about half solid still. So I had to buy some water. And then for dinner, I stopped off at the local Burger King here, not too far outside the state park here, and got dinner. I spent like $13 on dinner. All in all today, I probably spent $15-ish, $16 for food and drink. The only reason I had to buy any drink is because I froze my water and it didn't thaw out like I wanted it to. But that's good because tomorrow I'm gonna have some ice cold water for the ride for the rest of the way. This has been a great trip so far. I've had no issues with the bike. I've stopped at several dealerships. I've learned some stuff, met a lot of people along the way, surprisingly, that are going to Sturgis too at the dealerships. But one little funny story, I stopped at the Burger King, and the guy that was taking my order at Burger King, it's like, man, I really like your bike. And so we got talking, and I saw a blue bike out in the parking lot, and I was like, is that your bike? He said, yeah. And he's like, where are you headed to? And I said, Sturgis, man. Sturgis or bust. And he said, really? I'm going to Sturgis tomorrow. And I said, well, where are you staying? He said, I haven't made up my mind yet. He said, I've got my little tent and I got a sleeping bag. I'm just going to find a place. So I invited him to go out to Camp 5 with me. So we'll probably be meeting that guy out at Camp 5. And then the support on this app has been amazing. I can't tell you how many people have offered me a place to stay, camp in their yard on the way up. A guy offered me to stay in Sioux Falls. I've got people offering to buy me beer as I pass through their towns. And it just amazes me. For every a-hole on here, there's probably 20 great people that are willing to help out and watch and assist and see this dream of mine through, and keeping it on a budget. I don't think people think that I could keep this on a budget, but I feel like it is going to be pretty close to budget. I may go over $700 on my video talking about if I stayed strict to it. And I don't plan on staying strict to it. I set a budget for $2,000. $2,000 was my budget. It's not the end all be all, but it's kind of where I wanted to be. I didn't want to go over $2,000, and I'm definitely going to hit that number. I'm going to be way under that number. So you guys keep following. I appreciate y'all watching my videos and keeping up with me, and I'll show you my camp. So this is the Wilson Island Recreational State Park, and it's very quiet. There's not a lot of people here. This is a very primitive kind of site. They have it set up where you pull in and you drop an envelope in a box and pick out a campsite, and you pay for it as you pull in. There's nobody managing it. It's got a shower house, a little park, and the river, the Missouri River, is back that way a little ways. And when you're coming in, it's like 4 or 5 miles. No, actually, it's like 8 miles coming in to this park. I actually thought that I might have been going to the wrong place, because I went into Iowa and then Nebraska and then back to Iowa and then to Nebraska, and I think I am in Nebraska, but I may be in Iowa right now. But it's a beautiful place. It's a great place. The campsite tonight was $18, I think. I reserved it online, so I have to go back and look, but it was like 18 or 18 something. It wasn't more than $19, but it's a very good campsite, I think, for what it is. It comes with a picnic table, and you got a place where you can grill on that grill. That, like I said, got the showers. So all in all, I'm still way under budget, even with food, gas, and this temp site. I'm probably under $70 still. So y'all, it's gonna be a fun trip. Y'all stay tuned.